Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, counting down my top 5 favorite plants for February. Now, I wanted to include a Dwarthia, but I couldn't because that was my #1 pick for January. But I couldn't resist starting this video with a sneak peek of what it's looking like now a month later. The honey scent is truly glorious and the air is filled with it, and it's just a most wonderful plant. I also wanted to feature hellebores, but I've already made several videos about them and I didn't want to be redundant. So I landed on a surprise choice as a February top 5 feature. Introducing the only conifer I have ever named and introduced into the market, Cryptomeria japonica champagne. This was a branch sport off of Cryptomeria japonica albospicata, and it's almost like a witch's broom in that it's much more congested and way more dwarf in its habit. Now comparing that, which is the same age, to Naptonensis, right over there, you can see it's considerably more compact, and of course it has that great kind of whitish golden variegated foliage, which is precisely why I named it champagne. There's a ton of different varieties of Cryptomeria japonica in the marketplace. Yoshino is probably the most popular. It's the tallest. It's frequently used as a property border to like screen neighbors. I have one right there. But I've more and more am finding that people don't actually need 60-foot tall conifers in between their houses in the suburbs. What they need are human-sized screens, plants that grow more like 12 to 14 foot and are, dense enough that you don't, have to see what's going on in your neighbor's property. And so I don't always think that Cryptomeria or Yoshino Cryptomeria is the right choice. However, a plant like champagne, or even Naptonensis or albospicata, all of which are more dwarf, might actually meet your needs a lot better. And, property borders can be expensive to install and ultimately remove, particularly because they blow down in hurricanes. This was all Leyland cypress back in 2016. And I'm really so happy to see this border now that has come to life with a wide diversity of plants that still provide screening from the next door property, but provide a whole lot more interest than a monoculture of super tall conifers. So I hope that you will consider, first of all, planting better diversity, but also looking into some of the dwarf cryptomerias to be able to use in your landscape. They're really easy to grow. They do well in full sun to part shade. Once they're established, they're pretty drought tolerant. Again, I give mine like a handful of plant tone once a year, usually in March. And overall, I don't really do anything to it. I never prune it or anything. So that counts as low maintenance. And champagne might be practically impossible to find, but there are other great dwarf varieties of Cryptomeria that you can find at local garden centers, so be sure to ask for them. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video and tune in tomorrow for another top 5 February plant pick. Thanks for watching, everybody.